So we are going to be starting with Python today. Let's get started with some basic things. For commenting, what you're doing is basically just adding a hashtag before that line. Now that we are done with the comments, now we're going to move forward and we're going to understand. So there are no such hard and fast rules when it comes to declaring a variable. As soon as you assign a value, the variable is declared, right? So if I'm saying a equals say 9, this a variable over here is a integer type variable. Similarly, if I were to go with b equals high, so b were to become a string variable. Now these are the two things, the variable and the string is done. Similarly, C, if it is 9.8, C will be a float variable, and D over here, if I were to write D equals true, then D becomes a Boolean variable. All of these are your data types in Python. Okay. Now, if I were to print A, so the other thing that you need to know is that if you're working with Python 3 and you try to click on this run icon over here, it does not really work. You can just go on the terminal and write Python 3 and then the name of the file, which in my case is addition.py. I made a spelling mistake. So you see A got printed as 9, which is correct. Here A has become an output variable because I was able to generate the output by just writing this one line. Now we are going to be proceeding with some conditions while you're trying to name a variable. So you cannot start the name of the variable like this. This does not work because this is just not allowed. Also, another thing is, if you've written small a equals 0 and you try to print capital A, again that is not possible because variables are case sensitive as well. Okay, you can have a very descriptive name for this. So a underscore first, this works. Okay, you can print a underscore first without any problem, and you can also, what you can do is have a underscore over here as well. There is no problem with the variable name starting with a underscore. Okay, your variable names can be alphanumeric, but they cannot start with a number. Okay, I can just write something like this and your Python compiler would be fine with it. Okay, I think we are done with that as well. Let's move ahead and talk about global variables. Okay, so when you're talking about global variables, what do we say is that if you are declaring a variable which is outside of a function, right, and you can still access it inside a function, then that would be known as your global variable. So suppose I have a, which a is high, and then I'm defining a function def high. Okay, and then of course general way, and you have to call the variable, which in my case is a. Then I'm just going to call the function. What I should be getting as the response is the variable value is colon high with a capital H. You see, this is the response. So what is happening over here is that I am declaring the value of a outside of the function high, and then I am accessing this a over here, which is working just fine for us. After I call the function high, I'm getting this answer. So this is your global variable. Let's just make this a little bit more complex. So I am declaring the value of a over here to be hello. Okay, and then I'm printing this, which is inside your function itself. Inside the function, I've defined a to be hello, and then I'm calling the function high, and outside again I'm going to be printing the variable value is. Okay, now let's see what the answer should be. You see, what has happened over here is inside the function I defined the value of the variable a to be hello, and I got that over here. And once the compiler exited high the function, this a was called over here. That is why I got high here in the second statement, right? So this is going to be your variables in Python. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys with the example of a simple problem some mistakes that we end up making while coding Python.